Hey guys, and welcome to another chapter of bringing up the bench press series, an all commentary series hosted by yours truly, Curtis, aka Flex. Now, what I did was I did my regular benching session while assisting it with some common exercises. As you guys just saw there, I went and I did 120 pounds for 8 reps. Made sure that I was working on my form more than anything, which I've been trying to do most of all than anything in this whole series, and just trying to bring up my bench press. Now, after I did the 120 for 8, I went into doing 145 for 6, which you guys just saw me do there, and then I went into 170 for 5. Now, what my problem was with doing all this is that my count was pretty much off. So instead of doing like the 170 for 5, I was doing like 170 for 6, and just etc., stuff like that. And for the weight that I'm using right now, it wouldn't really play a factor. But when you start going into heavier weights and then you're trying to really just build up everything, these things actually do play a factor. So anyways, after I did 170 for 5, I went to doing 200 for 3, and again was working on just making sure that I controlled the whole movement, not just let the weight just collapse on my chest and then figure out how I got to press the whatever the weight was. So after the 200 for 3, I went into doing 210 for 2. And then I went into doing some accessory work. What I did today was actually do a dumbbell press. So I started off with 80-pound dumbbells for 8. Then I jumped it up to 90-pound dumbbells. Again, trying to get the same 8. Again, I always try to get at least 6 to 8 reps. If I got more, great. If I got less, then it's way too much weight and you need to lower the weight. But anyways, I went from the 80 for 8, then went to 90 for 8, and then I finished it off with 100 for 8. Again, so after that, I was saying, you know what, let me test myself out. So I went and grabbed the 110 dumbbells and actually managed to squeeze out 8 more reps. And that was more of a PR for the dumbbells for me, just doing that. After that, I went into doing dumbbell kickbacks, which I did was I used 35-pound dumbbells. I did just the regular stuff where I just did 10 reps for 3 sets, and again just made sure that I held the extension for a little bit, just to make sure that you get in that full contraction on the muscle. And then I finished off by doing rope pull downs for as many reps as possible, or AMRAP, and I used 35 pounds on the thing and I managed to get 25 reps. So that's pretty much how my first session of the week went. As for the second benching session, I actually went into it doing things a little different. I actually started off with pull-ups again, just trying to get the lats and everything warmed up before I went into doing my benching session. So I started off with 35 pounds, a 35-pound plate, and I actually did back and forth. So I did pull-ups first and did 8 reps, and then I would switch it to doing chin-ups for 8 reps. And then I went back to doing pull-ups for 8 reps again, making sure that I got, everything warmed up in the back, because, back does play not a big factor, but a small factor in the actual bench press, especially when you're, placing yourself on the bench. Then I went into doing my bench press. Now, just like in the first session, the first weights is usually around the same, where I did 120 pounds for 8. Did that successfully. Again, what I work with, or what I try to do, is make sure that no matter how much weight I actually have on there, I'm actually concentrating on using as proper form as possible, and acting like the weight, even though the weight might be a small weight, I act like it was 300-400 pounds anyway. So you have to make sure that you control it all the way, no matter what. So after the 120 pounds for 8, I did 145 pounds for 6. Then I went up to 170 pounds for 5. Then went to doing 200 pounds for 3. Then we started going into a little bit more weights where again you need to concentrate a little bit more obviously, right? So what I went into doing is 200 pounds for 3. Now if you guys do or do not know, I'm actually following a program that I made sure that I followed to the T. So whether you're thinking that I should be busting out 300, I ain't there yet. And even if I was there, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna follow exactly the way a program is. If you were meant to lift whatever you thought you could lift, you'd be lifting it already, right? Anyways, I went into doing 210 pounds for 3, and then I finished it off the day for my benching by doing 225 for 2 reps. Yes, it's just 2 reps. It's not 10 reps. So I'm sure you, the viewer or the listener, is actually could do. But for me, I did 225 for 2 reps. After that, I went into doing the seated tricep press. Now, I don't know if you guys have used this machine, but I just recently started using this machine, and this is like a good alternative to doing dips. So what I went into doing is I did 130 pounds for 16 reps, and then I did another 2 sets with 180 pounds for 15 reps, and that's pretty much how I finished off my benching session. Now, I didn't do a lot of different accessories, as you guys could see, but again, I got a good enough pump to say that I got a good, successful benching session. So that is basically how this week has went. Next week, I believe, is going to be kind of the same way, but when the week after comes, that's when we're going to probably start going into some good weight. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I appreciate you guys. Drop a like for this video, and make sure you comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Take care, guys.